Hello, it's me.
If these events were not caught on camera, then I don't think anyone would believe they actually happened. These are the top 10 scary videos that are 1 in a million. Number 10. Ghost Girl. Just when you thought you moved to a place without a resident ghost, published by The King 5822 in July of 2021, two St. Louis women were playing a game in their apartment and were taking video of their shenanigans.
Go! What's going on, tough love? Welcome. Hello, Tristan. Hello. Hello. Hopefully they don't be hating on me tonight. I don't know what be going on. Last couple of times I did a live, it did that weird, started freezing up or whatever on me and shut me on down. I don't know why. Just be hating on me. Be hating on you, girl. Trying to demotivate me.
The next morning, they rewatched the video and discovered something terrifying. As they play the game, one of the women drops something on the ground, and the camera shifts to the opposite wall in the hallway beyond. That's when this figure is captured. What appears to be a young girl moves out of sight in the dark hallway. It seems she was watching the games unfold before she was caught on camera. When the woman spotted the creepy catch later while reviewing the footage, they contacted their landlord, who said that past tenants had also claimed to have seen a girl in that very hallway. The landlord had shrugged it off as a thing of fiction until the women sent him their video. Would you stay in this haunted home, or would this evidence?
I sure would. I'd be like, you gonna need to go, lady. You gonna need to go. Or pay half of this here rent. You pay half, you can stay. You pay more than half, you can have my room and I take the couch.
Of something akin to a haunting be enough to send you for the hills? Number 9. U-Haul Show. This real-life nightmare started with a bang. Published in July of 2021 by WTOL 11, this scary video shows what happens when you transport things in a U-Haul that you really shouldn't. When a U-Haul full of firecrackers became lit in Toledo during a block party at around 10 p.m., neighborhood residents got the show of a lifetime. These things were located both inside and outside the U-Haul truck, and witnesses reported that an individual threw additional ones into the truck's rear. The blast seen in this video is just one of many that appeared on social media after the event. As seen in the clip, some locals tried to put the subsequent flames out while others ran for cover.
No, that's right.
After seeing this scary event, I have to say that transporting these things in a U-Haul doesn't seem like the best idea. Number 8. Spider Girl. No one should be able to hang like this. Published by Dark 3 in July of 2020, this scary video makes me wonder if superhero horror is the next hit genre. The creepy clip looks like it's being taken in the wilderness amongst some old railroad tracks. The cameraman wanders along these tracks, capturing a couple rectangular spaces dug into the ground. As he continues along the tracks, he casually scans the area surrounding him, including a broken bridge standing overhead. At first, you don't see anything amiss, but look a bit closer and you'll think your eyes must be deceiving you. A ghostly pale girl dressed in white is hanging beneath a bridge up in the corner. Like a chameleon, she nearly blends in with the bridge, making her appearance there even more mysterious. Unless it's CGI, then I have no idea how else this video could be faked. The video ends shortly after, leaving viewers to wonder how this girl is up there, and if she means to do harm.
Actually, yeah, that's not real. If y'all can see my cursor here, but this right here, you can see like the concrete, the way the shape that it is right here, right? And that her hair and stuff fade into that, like as part of it, but not but it's like she's beneath it. But then it's showing on top of where that thing is at as well. It kind of looks placed. Well done, though. Well done. It's always the girl with the dark hair and the nightgown. What's up with that? Like, why is that the stigma? Just saying.
Or is hiding from harm done to her. Number 7. Ghoulish Man. This creepy figure is about to haunt your nightmares. Published in September of 2021, this ghost hunting team explores an abandoned house in the scary video. While inside the house, about to head up the stairs, they hear footsteps in the distance.
Subimos lá em cima, cara? Oi, tá caminhando aqui, ó, mano. Quieto, pera aí. Fica quieto.
Someone is home. Later, they hear a loud bang when inside an empty room. Although it doesn't seem to faze them from their mission, the sound hints at something more to come. It's when they're upstairs and rapidly searching around in the dark that they first see it. The camera swings around and down a flight of stairs on the lower landing. This figure dressed in a black robe is standing sentient. The figure has an indistinct grayish face and we can only catch a glimpse of it as the crew panics. They see the creature again later. This time he's hidden in another room. As the cameraman rounds a corner, he catches just a glimpse of the figure at first as it hides slightly out of view. Then it turns abruptly to the side and you see its frightening, disfigured head. It looks bald with a long tuft of hair on top. The men race upstairs. When they turn around to see if they're being followed, the creature slowly emerges from the room beyond. Hunch-shouldered, it moves slowly toward the staircase without raising its face. It stops at the bottom of the stairs and does not take a step further. Is this its stopping point? Is this creature doomed to the basement forever, or do we really even care? Just get out of there. Number 6. Snowdrift.
Nah, what you think? I smell the cap. I smell the cap. That was clearly their homie. I'm not falling for that.
This near miss will have you moving a little bit faster on that icy walkway. Published by Javon1977 in February of 2019, this woman had just entered her house when the snow came crashing down. The woman is seen walking up a shoveled path to her front door on a February afternoon. As soon as she lets herself in, a huge avalanche of snow covers the path, reaching halfway up her doorway. It appears as though the snow fell off the roof all at once. If the woman had entered her home even a minute later, she could have been buried. Same goes for the man who approaches the home a moment later. If he'd come a minute too soon, who knows what might have happened. This event is 1 in a million. Number 5. Spirit of the Elder.
He would have been fine. He would have just been a little bit wet. What's going on? Do what thou wilt. Do what thou wilt. I like that. I like that a lot. Do what thou wilt. Freelance Ronin, welcome. Welcome.
When you're attempting to converse with an old ghost, you never think he'll be this rambunctious. Published by Supernatural Sensitive in May of 2021, this scary video captures the spirit of the elderly in action. Supernatural captures the spirit on his motion sensing Kinect.
Beleza? Galera, a Lu e o André sentiram uma presença muito forte. Aí você vê assim, que ficou ali perto da porta. Perto da porta.
Revealing his movement in the room. When he shines a light on the spot that the Kinect figure is dancing in, nothing is there. They speak to the spirit, encouraging it to do something, and the spirit listens.
Mexer a porta pra gente ver. Você consegue? Uou! Whoa!
It pushes the door of a nearby wardrobe, which swings forward before bouncing back. It then starts to swing back and forth more rapidly.
Quem é você?
Caramba, e assim, ó, eu acho que eu vi um orbe.
Meu mano.
Later, while in another room of the house, a pile of stuff sat on a table is pushed off of it. No one is standing around the table.
Eita, o Rafa, tá bem? Tá bem? Tá bem, Rafa? Caraca, cara, tudo por cima.
Galera.
They head to the attic, where a helmet slides across the ground of its own accord.
Tá prela! Tá prela! Nossa senhora!
Moments later, when they had
Man, they had some kind of little car inside of that helmet. That was one of their helmets. The guy who was in there, who was just running, he had on a motorcycle jacket. Come on now. Cap. He had on a motorcycle. That's his helmet. Clearly, he put something down on the ground, like a little car, the remote control car thing, and makes it run with the helmet thing. Come on now. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night.
downstairs again, a chair is thrown in the attic, right next to them.
O negócio mexeu ali sozinho, cara.
Mas eu tenho um capacete aqui.
Hã?
Segura aqui pra mim, SLS.
Tá frio! Tá atacando a gente, cara.
They decide to use an EMF meter and find that there's an energy close by in the room. When they turn the camera, something like a figure or a light shines for a moment in the darkness beyond.
Tá frio! Caramba, cara, eu vi um negócio pra...
Yeah, that's the homie in that room shining a light. Going on, education, entertainment. Welcome, me sir. Welcome. Well, each one has a different explanation. And the one for this video, I can tell you, is 100% cap. Cap. It's like obvious stuff. Like, it's like, come on, y'all.
Tinha uma mulher. Tem alguém aí? Cara.
It appears for just a moment, and when they approach, they find nothing. Using thermal imaging, the figure can be seen turning in place. Lastly, while attempting to appeal to the spirits, the entire wardrobe is pushed over. The heavy thing comes falling down, bringing their investigation to a halt. While they may think this spirit is elderly, he certainly seems to have a lot of power left in him. Number 4. Haunted Hotel. One of the worst calls a hotel manager can get regards the passing of one of
Yeah, that motorcycle was the motorcycle helmet was cap as balls. Most definitely. It was like, because the dude had on a motorcycle jacket. It's clearly his helmet. That was his helmet. They had a little remote control car under that thing. They ain't fooling nobody. Ain't fooling nobody. I've been at this for a long, long time. A lot of years. You can't slide them past me, bro. You just can't.
their guests. This manager is soon to receive that call. Published in November of 2013 to the Haunting of Sunshine Girl Network, this scary video was originally shot on Halloween of 2010 at Overlook Hotel in Plainview, Wisconsin. The security footage shows an empty hallway of the hotel. A man enters the frame and starts listening at the doors. He's on the phone at the same time. He tries one door handle and it's closed. He tries a second door handle and this one opens. He looks taken aback for a moment, covering his nose and mouth. Then he enters, leaving the door ajar. While he is still inside the room, a transparent ghostly figure exits it. The woman is dressed all in white. She walks slowly off. A moment later, the man backs out of the room, still looking shocked. He rushes off, we assume to get the police. He had to have come across the body of the woman in that room, right? Her spirit must have detached.
Ooh, maybe that's why it was so stinky. Or it's Cap. I feel like it's Cap. Just because it was Halloween. Yeah. I'm going to start doing this just to make views. Have you seen the one where the guy claims to speak to ghosts? No, what guy? Super D Cap, 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 Super D Cap, 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 Super Cap. Yeah, tell me who the guy is who claims to speak to ghosts, so we can watch him.
From its corporeal shell while her body remained in the hotel room. That's one theory, and if it's true, that would make this video 1 in a million. Number 3. Scary Ghost Factory. If this creepy factory doesn't make you a believer, I don't know what will. Published in September of 2021, the Dark Arts TV team ventures into an abandoned factory that's said to be haunted by ghost workers. Inside, they come to a pipe that's flooding the place with water. This constant dripping water is going to make things a whole lot creepier. You'll see.
Since you've walked on our pipe, it's flooding the whole entire place. That's nuts. I don't even know where the water's coming from.
As they're checking out some interesting machines that were left behind in this abandoned place, they hear a lady screaming in the distance.
It's like one of them rolling machines, isn't it? They put all the liquid in there and it just churns it up. What? That's a lady screaming.
They say that this time it's not water. They heard screaming earlier but passed it off as such. Later, they're wandering around a wet and dark area of the factory when they hear a noise like a whistle.
Oh my... What's that?
They jump back to safety and try to communicate with the person or ghost.
I hear nothing. That first thing sounded like a bird, man. What's going on, Bernie? What's going on, Burn?
Strange noises are heard, but it's not clear if they're being made by someone or if it's simply the water dripping and hitting different objects all over the place.
Yeah, look at it.
One of the crew thinks he sees a figure walk towards them. But when they shine a light in that direction, there's nothing.
Don't like it in here, you know.
I don't need what's scary.
Yeah, it is really scary.
They attempt to speak with the spirits. They ask if there's a woman there and request to hear her voice. The cameraman says he just heard someone talk. He then waits and apparently hears a disembodied voice.
Oh my god.
We listen proper carefully, mate.
He says he thinks the voice came from the end of the dark hallway. They try to use an EVP device, but there is too much water interference. As they continue in their exploration of the place, the cameraman says the place feels horrible, and he doesn't want to turn his back in there.
Whoa! Jesus! Mate. Footstep right behind you.
And he shouldn't, because when he does, he hears steps right behind him.
As I come to the thing, it's like a footstep right behind me, mate.
He races from the room and tells his team that it felt like something ran up on him. Is he hearing things?
Yes.
Or is there something in this abandoned place that we just cannot see? Number 2, Haunted Gym. Even ghosts like to pump some iron. Published in November of 2008, this ghostly image was captured in a gym in Overland Park, Kansas on CCTV. The gym's owner, Peterson, was checking her security camera footage when she realized her motion-activated cameras turned on, but no one seemed to be there. Upon closer inspection, Peterson and the security team noticed a white orb pacing around the gym. It passes the dumbbells, leaves the frame, and then returns. Between 2 and 4 a.m., the cameras were triggered to record 9 times. The security experts for these cameras said they are triggered by motion, but not that of a bug, dust, or car headlights. Moreover, clients of the security company with the same system as Peterson's have never had anything like this occur. So what is this orb? Is it a gym rat who just never left? I've got a challenge for you.
Spiderweb. I think Chills was reaching with this video. He was in an act of desperation or something, trying to find anything.
Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. Ghost Interrupted. When a poltergeist is interrupted mid-geist, it has 2 choices: stay still and silent to pretend it's not there, or keep on haunting. This ghost chose the second option. Published by Analog Heaven in August of 2012, a man's haunted home comes alive in this scary video. Hearing activity coming from downstairs, the homeowner races down to find out what is going on. He first encounters the light in one of these rooms swinging around like crazy. Then something loud is heard and a child's cowboy hat is launched from a shelf. The man scans the room with his camera, observing things closely. Another sound is heard off camera, but it's not clear what it is. Is this the end of the home's poltergeist intrusion, or is it just the beginning? My guess is the second option. We were not meant to watch these top 10 videos because these are the scary videos no one was supposed to see.
Sir Spooks.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at the top 5 scary videos that will horrify everyone. So, let's begin.
What's going on, Queen Love? Welcome, baby.
SEK Paranormal is a smaller YouTube channel that focuses on the channel owners, Sandra and Emil, as they venture out to various different abandoned and allegedly haunted places from around their home country of Sweden. In this video, Emil talks to the camera and says that the graveyard that he's going to explore today is one of the most haunted in all of Sweden. He says that he has been here numerous times in the past, and every single time he has come, he has noticed some strange things in and around the area. For the first 20 minutes or so of the video, it doesn't seem as though Emil is having any luck when it comes to finding anything creepy to record. But then a couple of minutes later, while walking around the surrounding area of the graveyard, Emil manages to capture something creepy that you won't be able to explain. So, let's take a look.
If I can get that knocking one more time, because that would be awesome.
While walking around this area, Emil ends up filming what appears to be some sort of a shadow-like figure looming around the corner, something that he did not notice at the time of his visit to the graveyard. It wasn't until after he got back home to review the footage that he noticed this spooky discovery, and surely he must have been terrified upon seeing the eerie figure he ended up recording directly in front of him.
Ooh.
Sadly, because the figure is so hard to see, it's nearly impossible to determine exactly what this figure is. So for now at least,
Hey, Queen Love.
the identity of this mysterious figure will remain a complete mystery. The Conjuring is a popular horror film franchise.
Ooh, yes. You guys watch the Conjuring movies? I've seen them all multiple times. Classics. 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 Classics.
Franchise that was created in 2013 with the release of the first film directed by James Wan, which garnered tons of box office revenue and great critic reviews alike. The film, which is based on true events, follows paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren as they venture out to a farmhouse in Rhode Island in 1971 to perform a terrifying exorcism to aid the Perron family. Over on TikTok, a woman named Alex ventures out to the allegedly haunted real-life Conjuring house to see if she can get anything creepy on camera. It doesn't take long for her wish to come true. Take a look and see for yourself.
Oh my god, did you guys...
It's moving. The door's moving.
Oh my...
Shut the
lord.
door. I don't think you can do it.
Holy shit. Holy shit. And what's that?
The flux went off.
The flux went off downstairs now. Jesus Christ. Alright.
Although it can only be seen for a brief second, as soon as Alex moves her flashlight out of view, a very tall and ominous shadow figure can suddenly be seen looming in the hallway, before the video abruptly ends just a moment or two later. Of course, this video has caused a lot of people to speculate as to what exactly Alex was able to film that night. Because we only see the figure for a second, it can be difficult to determine exactly what this figure is and what its intentions were. Just because it didn't do anything to directly harm Alex doesn't necessarily mean it's friendly. It's just a good thing that Alex left shortly after and didn't have to figure out the answer the hard way. There's just something so incredibly unsettling about long, dark buildings where it's just you and endless amounts of emptiness. You know that you are alone in there, but that doesn't make it any less creepy. Sadly for YouTuber Exploration Unknown, while exploring a dark and abandoned building late at night, he found out the hard way that he was definitely not alone. In the video, we can hear the YouTuber ask, "Is your name Leroy?" to a specific spirit in the area. Just a second later, he swears that he hears a strange voice coming from another room nearby. Upon hearing this eerie noise, Exploration Unknown stands still for a few moments, perhaps completely frozen in terror, but as soon as he shakes it off and proceeds to continue on with the investigation, something even more terrifying happens that he simply cannot explain. Take a look at the creepy footage.
Is your name Leroy? Dude, I just heard something from like another room. I heard something back that way. Dude, you hear that talk? You hear that? I hear a man's voice. Somebody might call us here, dude. What was that?
Out of nowhere, a tall shadow figure can be seen rushing across the area, trying not to be caught by the YouTuber. Even though the uploader seems to have noticed something, he's unable to find where exactly the shadow figure went. But even the most hardened skeptics are going to have a difficult time explaining this video away, because it's apparent that there was definitely something there in the building. As for what exactly, well, that will remain a mystery for now.
It will. As all ghosts are a mystery.
The following videos were posted to TikTok in May of 2021 that is said to contain the spirit of a deceased child. Upon learning of this, the uploader proceeds to conduct an investigation inside to see if he can communicate with it. His hopes seemingly came true. For the first little while of the video, the uploader stands around explaining that just before he hit record, he saw the ghostly child and says that he wants to see if he can.
Everybody do me a favor, hit that like button if you have not. Your girl appreciates it very much so. Very much so. Very, very much so.
Capture it again. As he slowly makes his way around the decayed building, he makes a startling discovery.
Gonna try this again. I saw the little boy, or girl, I couldn't tell what it was. But again, noted there's not any orbs down here. Not like there usually is. The energy's also a little different. Oh, he's back. Hey, hi. Hey, oh shit, let me go. I'm listening to the child giggle. I'm starting to get a little freaked out myself, and I've been through this before. I could definitely hear him laugh. I can hear it laughing. It's so crazy how there's no orbs down here. This place is usually... You guys hear that?
Out of nowhere, a child's hand comes out from behind a corner and begins to wave at the TikToker before giggling. Even though he's startled, he proceeds to chase the child, but as soon as he rounds the corner, he is shocked to discover that the ghostly child is nowhere to be found. Then in a second video, the uploader walks around a new part of the building, trying his best to find the child when out of nowhere, he spots something out of the corner of his eye that causes him to freeze up in shock and awe.
Alright, so I've already chased this thing twice. It's definitely visible. The energy in here isn't heavy, but it's definitely charged. Oh, there it is. Hey! Hey, aren't you sick and tired of me chasing you? Yo. Are you done throwing rocks at me?
Miraculously, the face of a young boy can be seen peeking around the corner before the uploader eventually proceeds to chase the boy. But just like before, once he starts to run after him, the boy mysteriously vanishes, seemingly without a trace. In a third video, you can see the boy make another appearance, although this time, it doesn't seem as though the TikToker notices because he does not chase him this time. But if you look just carefully enough, you can see that the ghostly child is most definitely still there.
If you're here and you're hearing this, I apologize for saying that. And yeah, if your head is deformed, maybe it was just a trick of the light. I don't know. So, yeah, I apologize. And yeah.
You're a fan of the creepy, scary, and spooky horror genre. Thank you. I think that's a super sticker, right? That's called a super sticker, I believe. Thanks for the super sticker.
Definitely getting the feeling, that's for sure.
These are only a few of the many videos on this TikTok user's page, and obviously, ever since these videos have been published to the internet, many people have been wondering what exactly this figure is. Is it truly the ghost of a deceased young boy?
You don't like scary? Tomar? You don't like scary stuff? Come on. I'm trying to make people become intrigued. Like a lot of the people who follow me that seem to really be into the scary stuff, but I was just kind of slowly just kind of shoveling it down their throats. And they seem to be getting it's like an acquired taste. They're starting to warm up to it, which would be great because that's more my thing. You know what I'm saying? I love scary, spooky, scary.
If so, what does he want? Is he simply looking for a friend to play with to pass some time in the afterlife? Is this just some clever video editing or special effects work? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Man, that's that man's son. That's his son, yo. That's his boy. That's Junior.
A TikTok user named Cody Aaron is explaining that the office building he works in has a door that moves all by itself, as well as a chair that does the exact same thing. It's crystal clear just by looking at Cody and hearing the way he speaks that he's both tired and freaked out, even though it seems he's used to this happening by now. But little did he know that things would get a whole lot worse in such a short time frame. Just 12 seconds into the recording of this video, he manages to capture something genuinely terrifying directly behind him that he didn't even notice at the time.
Okay, you guys, so this is the door that moves on its own, and that's the chair that moves on its own. And I'm just tired, you know, there's absolutely nothing here this time. I've not seen anything.
About 30 seconds later, Cody is able to capture yet another creepy incident while walking through a hallway. Pay close attention to the open door directly behind him and see what happens next.
There was way more people than what's usually here today, so I kind of guess maybe that's what it is, and I'm just gonna call it a day. I'll start again tomorrow maybe, and we'll see what.
As soon as the door slams shut behind him, Cody's face of horror looks completely genuine as he seemingly pauses to wonder what in the world just happened. As he turns around to investigate his surroundings, his eyes go wide as the terror slowly but surely builds within him. He also claims that he's the only one in the building. So who or what closed that door? A second follow-up video shows Cody recording the screen of CCTV cameras inside the office building, which prove to capture some truly terrifying things. Cody explains that if there is a green light at the bottom of each security camera's video feed, it means there is no motion detected in the room at the time. However, this confuses Cody because, as he quickly points out, one of the rooms definitely has some motion going on inside of it.
Okay, so I'm here by myself. All of these green lights means that there's no motion, right? Look in this room. What in the world is that? That is insane. I have never seen something like this.
What's going on, David?
This is directly beside
Welcome,
me
baby.
in the next room. Did you see that? It disappeared. What in the world?
After showcasing all of the video feeds, Cody proceeds to investigate the office building once more, just to make sure that he is as alone as he hopes he is. But upon entering this one room, it becomes 100% clear that he's definitely not alone.
Let's do it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need Eric's help for this. I'm not gonna do this by myself. I promised him that I would do this, but there's gonna have to be more people here besides me.
Out of nowhere, a loud demonic voice shouts for Cody to leave before he does exactly that. It's miraculous just how calm and collected Cody sounds while leaving the building. Because I'd like
Oh no. That's gonna be a absolutely not for me. Oh, I would have broke those windows trying to get out of there. You know when you panic, when you be scared and you panic. You can't figure out how to do anything because you're so scared in the moment. Oh my God. I remember when I was like a kid, I was at my grandma's house and we were about to go to the store. And I was like in the back seat on the driver's side, like in the back seat. So when I climbed in the car, my grandma was about to climb in, the driver's seat, and she had her hand in the center between the two doors. And so when I went and closed my door, I closed my door on her fingers. And so she was like banging on the window, like for me to open the door. Because her hand was stuck in the door. It closed all the way. Like it. And so because I knew her fingers were in there, I could not figure out how to open the door. It was like my brain just shut off. And I started rolling down the window. She was yelling at me and I was just rolling back up and then I would roll it back down. And it was manual. So I'm like rolling down the window. Like I need to open the door, but I can't figure it out because I'm so traumatized. Like I'm just panicked in a moment. Like I can't figure out the simplest thing on how to open a door. Yeah, I definitely would have dropped one. Let's watch that. Let's watch that a little bit again. That was actually pretty entertaining. That little scream there. That was worth the wait. Oh.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need Eric's help for this. I'm not gonna do this by myself. I promised him that I would do this, but there's gonna have to be more people here besides me.
Out of nowhere, a loud demonic voice shouts for Cody to leave before he does exactly that. It's miraculous just how calm and collected Cody sounds while leaving the building. Because I'd like to think that most people would be absolutely chilled to the bone after hearing such a loud and menacing voice
I was
shouting
like crying and
This
like,
video's only a couple
hyperventilating.
months old, meaning that the mystery has still yet to be solved. Let's just hope that Cody has switched to working from home, because it's obvious that there is something in the office building that doesn't want Cody's company. And that was 5 scary videos that will
going on,
horrify
MJ?
everyone.
Video proves we don't even know the half of it. Published by the Daily Star in January of 2022, a fisherman in Brazil got the catch of his life when he caught this mysterious sea creature on camera. The fisherman was traveling the waters in a speedboat off of the Rio Grande do Sul when a large sea creature with glowing eyes began to give chase. The fisherman sped up as fast as his boat could take him, but the creature, in full-on predator mode, kept pace. The long dark creature can be seen diving in and out of the water as the fisherman flees. In fact, it nearly does get him, but fortunately, the slipstream pulls the creature back, while some in the comments of
Yeah. Oh. Do you see the creature? I don't. You didn't see the creature? It was like jumping out of the water and jumping out of the water. You didn't see the creature? Look.
The long dark creature can be seen diving in and out of the water as the fisherman flees. In fact, it nearly does get him, but fortunately, the slipstream pulls the creature back, while some in the comments of the video are equally afraid as the fisherman. Others think it's merely a playful seal. Seal or not, would you want to be chased by this giant creature in the darkness? Number 29, angering the pizza.
Oh, you guys, my stream's acting funny again. This some bull. I don't know why it keeps doing this. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Yeah, my stream is gonna, is it like from what you guys see, am I like super freezing or what? What's it doing? Try to get an idea of what it looks like. 2 minutes ago, drop frames. That's 49% over last 2 minutes. It's dropping a bunch of frames. Ugh, this is some bull. Yeah, it's like super laggy. Yeah. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know. I don't know.
Pizza gods. Something in this pizzeria has had enough. Posted to TikTok by Flaming Belladonna 3. This short clip shows what happens when you anger the pizza gods. The clip shows several workers standing around in the kitchen. On a pizza belt to the right, a pizza flipper and a slicer are sitting on the top belt. As the girls chat, the slicer suddenly shoots off the shelf and knocks one of them in the head. How in the world could this happen? Some think the workers angered a ghost by putting pineapple on the pizza. Others, like Jonathan Zwar, suggest that the slicer was on the conveyor and probably was pushing against the metal lip, causing it to be propelled when the tension released. Many in the comments, however, would rather focus on the danger of that slicer. The 509 Grim Knight writes, "That could have easily been in Final Destination. So now that all the facts are in, what do you think? Is this an angry pizza ghost or an angry conveyor belt?" Number 28, Bobble Head. This creepy selfie photobomb is making my skin crawl. Posted on TikTok by WINIRGTA, this woman is taking a selfie in the mirror when something freaky enters the picture. A small toddler-sized figure toddles past behind the woman, but does not reappear on the other side of her. The figure moves fast and looks to be a slightly grayish tinge. Is this just the woman's younger sibling making an unexpected cameo? Or does she have a supernatural elf on her hands? Number 27, captured.
Yes, she did. She almost lost her head. 36. Gotta figure this stuff out.
With bare hands. Do you have the common care to tame a snake? This shocking footage will make you question your own bravery. The video shows a man grabbing a thick snake with his bare hands. The snake looks around 10 feet long and arches toward the man when he pulls back. As the snake appears to be aggressive, the man holds up one arm. He is apparently trying to grab a hold of the snake close to its head, which he manages to do upon his second attempt. He takes the snake with both hands in a tight grip as it opens its mouth wide, baring its fangs. Then, as if with no care in the world, the man walks the snake over to some other workers, who pick up its tail and are taking photos with the beast. The footage ends there, but judging by this man's professionalism, I think we can safely guess the snake was properly removed to a more secure location. Number 26, Mud Monster. Peel your eyes back for this one. Published by Kisa Weba in January of 2022. This scary video has been trending in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. The video was shared with Kisa Weba by a subscriber who said he'd found the footage on Reddit. The original poster claimed to have crossed paths with this mud monster on the way home one day. The footage shows a creepy female mud-like creature sitting in the middle of a dirt road. The mysterious creature has long arms.
Whose grandma is that? That your grandma? David, is that grandma? Who is that? Get her out the road. That's dangerous. It's dangerous. What did you think? Steady trying to lag on me. Trying to hate on me, y'all.
Arms with a peculiar appendage where the hand should be. The hand features long Gumby-like fingers that appear to contract as the cameraman walks toward her. The figure's back is also strangely indented. It looks as if parts of the figure are blurred out for discretion, but as the cameraman walks toward her, the other hand reaches over, revealing the same elongated fingers as the first. There also appears to be a trail several feet down the road, dragged by the figure, but it ends as if the creature dropped to the earth there from the middle of nowhere. What is this mud monster? And what exactly is she doing here? I guess we'll never know for sure. Number 25, Demon Child. Here's my general advice for this video. Do not watch it alone. Posted to TikTok by elkakoi.tv, a man is walking through a cemetery that's been around for about 3 decades. Fairly new for a cemetery. It's not clear if he's entered the hallway of a mausoleum, but he's in the interior of a building. The sun shines into the corridor periodically, and you can hear a mysterious wailing in the distance.
Sí se ve algo tenebroso, pero pues supongo que así son todos los... ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué es eso?
As he continues down the hallway, he can see a boy at the far end of it. He calls out to him. He keeps addressing the child as he approaches him, but the child doesn't respond.
Niño. Niño, ¿quién eres?
Then suddenly, the cameraman turns around and starts running in the opposite direction while reciting a prayer.
Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre.
Seems like an overreaction, but look closer. As many in the comments note, the child does not look like a normal child at all. Some think it looks like a demon, either growing bigger or rising from the ground. When it turns, the cameraman realizes it isn't a normal child. Some in the comments are suggesting that the figure is a duende, which is a...
I wish he would hold that camera still, for God's sakes. How are we supposed to know what it is? If he's not gonna hold the camera still, how are we all gonna see?
Folkloric humanoid figure, like a gnome. Is it truly a duende or some other mischievous creature? Or are we thinking too positively? And it truly is a demon. Number 24, Ghost in the Microwave. This video was submitted to the r/chills narrator subreddit by SailorGirl06. She writes, I'm a single mom. Last year my son and I were working on his Rube Goldberg machine. I was recording. Second second time I aimed the camera toward the dining room, a face appeared on the microwave. It looks a lot like me and we get goosebumps every time we think about it. The face can be seen 2 seconds from the end on the turquoise microwave in the back. Can you see what she's talking about? I'll slow down the footage here for a second look. Can you see it? If so, then I think this place is haunted. Number 23, Taken. A series of unfortunate events leads us to no answers in this video. The security footage was taken in September of 2015 at around 1 in the morning. The footage appears to be taken outside a shop after some heavy rain. 2 men are standing outside, one on the pavement, one at the door. After a moment, something grabs the man standing on the pavement. Water is splashing around like the incident is happening in a puddle. The man falls to the ground and the other man near the door attempts to come to his aid, grabbing his arms. He is pushed back though and runs off toward the door to get help. The man continues to fend off the invisible force before being dragged out of sight. The man returns from inside, looking as though he's on the phone. He searches around for the man and walks toward the water. Then a large figure comes flying at him. It's not clear if it's the man returning to safety or something else. In slow motion, it looks like it's crawling on all fours. It chases the man inside, knocking the door on the way in. A moment later, a mysterious figure in a black cloak exits the building. What is happening here? Who grabbed that man? What gave chase into the building? And who is this cloaked figure? Unfortunately, we are left with no answers, only
Now that was some creepy shit right there. What in the world was that? What in the world? It's so weird because it's all completely off camera. But that right there looks like it would make for a good storyline for a movie or a short story or something.
questions. Number 22, blow the roof off. This storm featured such high-speed winds that roofs were torn off like they were held with tape. Want proof? Here's Exhibit A, published by The Mirror in January of 2022. The 90-mile-per-hour winds of Storm Malik resulted in some destruction of property in the UK. A terraced house is pictured here with clear blue skies overhead, but then a gap appears between brick and roof, and suddenly the entire roof bursts upward and onto the road below. The high winds swept over the region and other parts of the country, causing serious damage, power outages, and it even took lives over the weekend. This scary video is just one example of what a little wind can do. Number 21, Fantastic Beasts. Erwin Saunders enchants us again with these captures of a folkloric woodland creature. Published in October of 2021, Erwin was searching for another creature when he caught this one unexpectedly near a small waterfall. The creature flits quickly into view, too fast to see clearly. It makes a reappearance again later, but it still moves too fast for the human eye.
Yeah.
Some in the comments note that in slow motion, the creature appeared to have a big head and bat-like wings. What is this thing? Is it truly a folkloric woodland creature?
That is a bird. What are you talking about?
Because that appears to be the case. Give your haunted eyes a rub and take another look. Number 20.
It's a bird, but I think it's one of those camouflagey ones, so it kind of takes the shape of different stuff. The colors, I mean.
Triangle in the sky. Most unidentified flying objects involve blinking lights. This one has no light, which perhaps adds to its mystery. Published by Burbex in June of 2021, this mysterious video captured a triangular-shaped unidentified flying object in the sky over Shanghai, China, which caused some speculation on the internet. The dark triangle was captured overhead in multiple videos, piercing through the clouds or smog as they shift past. According to Burbax, some of this footage was filmed from the Panorama Hotel, and in the video, he is on a mission to solve the mystery. He heads to the hotel where an unusual number of police and security officers are gathered outside, but there reportedly was an alleged gas leak on the next street over. Burbax heads inside and up to the 27th floor where one of the videos was filmed. Looking over the bund, it's hard to imagine what could have projected that triangle into the sky. Burbax then talks with other Shanghaiers who spotted the mysterious, unidentified flying object. One of them shows the photo he captured on camera from below. He notes that the shape of the building is a triangle and there are lights on the top of the building. When the lights are cast upward and clouds are overhead, the lights bounce off of them, creating the triangular image in the sky. Although some might be disappointed that this isn't an unidentified flying object, for others, solving this mystery is incredibly satisfying. Number 19. Poltergeist in the living room. Does this man have an unwanted paranormal?
Always some science to come and ruin all the fun. What's going on, Rick? Welcome, baby pie. Welcome to you.
Paranormal roommate. Published in January of 2021, this individual woke up to doors slamming and got up to check it out. The man says this is a frequent occurrence.
My door just slammed again. There's no windows open in the house at all.
As he looks around the house, his roommate, Brad, asks if he's the one slamming the door.
No.
He answers in the negative and continues his search, revealing that only he and Brad are home. After a moment, the table in the middle of the living room floor jerks toward him on its own.
Yeah. It wasn't me, man. I didn't even touch it.
He watches the table for a bit, while Brad seems completely unconcerned and out of it. The cameraman shows that there are no cords around or attached to the table that he could have tripped over. The only cords are to the Nintendo remote controls, but they are in front of the table. So how did this table move so aggressively? There must be spirits abound in this haunted home. Number 18. Moaning Myrtle. There's a phantom haunting this women's bathroom, and she doesn't like being disturbed. Posted to the r/paranormal encounter subreddit by Kiraxis. This entity was captured in a women's bathroom in Colombia. The footage shows an empty building at night. Something can be heard causing a disturbance in the bathroom.
Estoy nuevamente aquí, en la puerta del baño.
The security guard looks up and down both hallways. He then approaches the bathroom where he finds that the noise is the faucet shutting on and off.
Se prenden las luces.
Oh, I remember this one. I've seen this one before. That place that they're in is like an old airport that's not used anymore or something. But they still, I guess they have security and stuff, just make sure nobody's in there and stuff. But that's what that one is. It's pretty creepy, the bathroom thing.
¿Está jugando con la llave? ¿Ah?
At first, you think that could easily be explained away by some technical malfunction, but then one of the air dryers is triggered too.
¿Está jugando con la llave?
After a moment, a door from one of the bathroom stalls slams shut, and that's the last straw for the security guard.
Necesito otra prueba. Ay, marica.
He flees the scene. Could this be the real-life version of the fictional Moaning Myrtle? Whoever it is, they sure chose a strange place in which to spend eternity. Number 17, Slovakian Forest Monster. While hiking in the woods of Slovakia, this hiker didn't realize he was being stalked until it was nearly too late. Published by Lion Plays Mobile in January of 2022, this hiker is capturing video in the woods as forest noises sound all around him. After a moment, you can see something large in the trees, rattling them aggressively. The unknown creature roars, and the hiker drops his camera downward and starts running. What is haunting the forests of Slovakia? Is it a bear or something out of a horror story? Number 16, Shadow Person. Someone's life was taken here, and a shadow person remains. Is it the person who passed or the person who ended their life? Published in December of 2021, Drena and Mike's paranormal adventures entered this house and got more than they bargained for. While exploring the home, the spirit speaks to them. The voice sounds like it's whispering, "Help me out." As they continue to communicate with the spirits in the darkness, Drena feels something touch her on the shoulder.
Do you know any of our names?
Did you just touch me on my shoulder?
Song said me.
Later, in another room, Drena and Mike are talking with someone off camera, and the camera scans from one side of the room to the other. This is when you see it. In the next room over, the shadow appears. It looks like it's ducking behind the door, and it disappears in an instant. Is there a lost soul in this haunted home? And if so, who does it belong to? I know I wouldn't go back there after seeing this, but I do really think this place needs further investigation. Number 15, Door Slams. This poltergeist is not at all timid. Published by JCG Dragon in August of 2019, this scary video was filmed in a haunted home in Argentina. The video shows a bedroom door slamming as hard as it can. The cameraman approaches the door, opens it, and in the opposite room, captures objects being thrown on the floor. Assumedly by the same poltergeist, the cameraman enters the room crying in fear. When he turns the corner, there is nothing there, but slamming is heard again.
Ay, a la concha de la lora.
And he turns to find the door from the other room has slammed shut again. And what's worse, the power goes out. It sounds like the camera is dropped to the floor.
Ay, no. Ay, no.
What havoc will now ensue in the darkness? As the video ends there, it's left up to our imaginations, but judging from how these events are playing out, I can't think it's anything good. Number 14, Peering Boy. Is this just a smudge in the window, or is this ghost watching you? Published by Korean channel Lonely Gang in July of 2019, this scary video was originally captured in August of 2013. The footage shows a cameraman walking alongside some abandoned buildings at night. The camera turns down an alleyway when up in the corner of the window, on one of the buildings is a ghostly face staring at him.
작년 8월 19일 여름에 찍은 거죠. 부산의 모 흉가촌이죠, 흉가촌. 눈 동그란 총각이 저를 쳐다보고 있습니다. 흉가촌에서. 자, 저기 보이십니까?
A still shot of the window shows the creepy image up close, and it looks like a semi-transparent young man looking sideways out of the window. What is the identity of this ghost? Any guesses? All I can say is that whoever this is, it clearly wants people to stay far away from this building. Number 13, Satan's.
I am, David. I am. You know that I am. This makes me happy. The window open. Yeah, they probably did. Yeah, her having the lights go out and then her dropping the phone, kind of suspicious. Made me feel like cap.
Castle. An old pensioner was restrained and harmed greatly inside this castle. As intruders ransacked his home, they left with incredible antiques, including a suit of armor once worn by Oliver Cromwell and Saddam Hussein's opal-studded gold ceremonial sword. The pensioner passed away the following year, while only some of the burglars were apprehended. Exploring with Josh enters the very place that this happened, known as Satan's Castle, in this scary video published in January of 2022. The first moment of tension comes from his own team, as Josh looks down into the courtyard.
Oh!
And then again as he's examining the intricate ceiling decor stretched above like a spider web. Later though, things get real when they set an alarm off after yanking open one particular door. Still, the team returns to talk to the spirits. Using a spirit box app on their phone, they ask if they should leave and receive the following answer.
I thought I said please leave.
Shortly after, they hear footsteps from another room.
Someone's literally walking right now.
And then in the hallway, something loud is thrown.
I feel like it did. I don't have my microphone on it. Stay. Someone's here.
Clearly in Satan's castle. Is it the pensioner who once called this place home? Or Satan himself? Number 12, underground train station. Is something living in this underground train station? Posted on the r/ghosts subreddit by Ben Taylor. The scary video shows the behind the scenes nature of the underground at Crewe Station in the UK as...
That's what I was thinking. If I'm in a scary house, you know, just basically tolerating this scary situation, trying to hold my stomach together from causing a catastrophe all over the floor, and my friend is constantly jumping out from around the corner screaming at me, he is going to be walking funny because I'm definitely gonna swing my fucking foot. Like, this is gonna happen. Ain't no way in the world he would definitely be punched in the face. He would definitely be punched in the face. Like, don't be jumping around the corners trying to scare me when I'm already scared. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not cool.
The Redditor and his friend walk through the station. Mysterious haunting noises echo through the underground, like a creature is roaring or wailing, like an animal. The roaring repeats over and over.
Somebody need a lozenge.
The boys walk through a fenced-in area, and the sound gets louder, but its source isn't any more apparent.
It stopped. Do you not hear it? Stop.
Yeah.
The sound repeats and then changes a little, causing the cameraman to turn around and hightail it out of there. It stops for a moment, but then continues again as they decide to retreat.
Come on. I'm going because we've got to do tricks anyway.
The Redditor writes, the area was checked for dogs, animals, and even an injured security guard by transport police as the noise was called.
Somebody got the go. They got the row. Somebody got the Rona. In the haunted house. Somebody got the Rona in the haunted house.
Causing the staff to stay away from the area. No dogs, no humans, no pipes were there for the dog to stick its nose in. A howl down, and security informed us nothing was found the next day, but the noise returned the next night. One Redditor in the comments, Nululus, says it might be a small deer species that's an invasive breed in the UK called the muntjac deer. Others still think it's an injured dog or a piece of machinery. But the Redditor seems to lean toward the paranormal, as he says other employees have heard strange noises and seen unexplained objects moving. We could make theories all day, but it's only the Redditor and his co-workers who witnessed it in person. So if they're saying it's paranormal, I think that explanation makes the most sense to me. Number 11, Morphing Shadow. Do shadows have a life of their own? Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit. Before ever unknown 54's friend captured this strange anomaly on a home security camera. The footage, taken on January 21st, 2022, at around 11 p.m., shows a strange shadow shift in the kitchen with no known source casting its movement. According to the Redditor, there is no window or skylight in the area. The light source used.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea, David. You know what kind of dog makes that kind of noise? I don't know. The kind that's gonna get kicked out of the house if it don't shut the hell up. Like, I love you, doggy. I love you, Scooter. But I'm gonna have to love you from outside. You're gonna have to go outside.
See on the video is from the kitchen light overhead. This is what the kitchen looks like in the daytime. The Redditor writes, the way the shadow seems to float from above the countertop to the ground is just very strange to me. Some in the comments think a cabinet either fell open or shut, but the Redditor notes that, combined with other unexplained events in the home, this seems suspicious. She writes, they've had various things happen over time. There's been orbs, stuff falling over walls, animals reacting to the noises or visuals, etc. Is this just part of the same paranormal trend? The evidence does seem to be mounting. Number 10, Adelphi Hotel. While exploring Liverpool's most haunted hotel, the Adelphi, Jess and Ellie get the feeling they're not alone. Many have seen and heard strange things inside the haunted hotel, which was built in 1826 before being replaced in 1911. Wealthy passengers would stay here before embarking on their cruise liner journey to North America. Many famous people from Sinatra to Bob Dylan to Roosevelt and Churchill have also been guests. But it's the passed on that call this place home. Published in January of 2022, Jess and Ellie wander through the historic hotel with its ballroom and haunted hallways. They check themselves into the purportedly haunted room 179. When they break out the spirit box, they realize the ghosts here are quite aggressive.
That just said you.
Then they ask if the spirit wants them to leave or stay, and they're given a clear answer.
Do you want us to stay? Jess is the same voice. It is. I'm getting.
The ladies did end up leaving that night. I'd be too freaked out to stay in the Adelphi a minute longer either.
Yeah, especially after it told you to leave when you asked it. You asked it a clear question and it said, leave. Do you want us to stay or go? Leave, bitch. If you's a 304, you's a got to go, go, go.
Number 9, in the cornfield, build it and they will come, but maybe you don't really want them to come after all. Published by Grant Kopek in October of 2020, something creepy calls this cornfield home. Captured on a Ring camera, a homeowner is seen walking outside at night on the farm, but appears not to notice the enormous creature escaping from the cornfield. In the background, as the man walks past, the large blurred figure moves from the cornfield toward a big garage to the left. It disappears behind some shadow in the background. Many in the comments think this is a ghost or an extraterrestrial, while others think it's simply a reflection from the man's jacket, although it very well could be the latter. YouTuber Master of None offers some great advice for the farmer. Don't sleep ever again. If I lived beside that cornfield, I'd have to say I'd be doing the same thing. Number 8.
Yeah, because his jacket had those reflector light things on it. You know, the little stripes, the reflector stripes.
8. The Wisp. Is this the trail of a ghost? Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit, Jen the Heb explains, my dad took a video of a helium balloon floating around the house to scare my kids, but captured something else. The video shows the helium balloon in question drift.
Oh, no, I didn't see that, David. You left it on... Where'd you leave the comment, the message at? Oh, you want a drink too? You want some? You want some? Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. You got it? Did you get it? You get it? That one was for you tomorrow. I love to hear. I like to hear my thoughts about it too. I want to know what it is. Let me know where you put that message at with the link, David, and I'll get it, and I will react to it tomorrow. I need some content. That's another thing. If you guys come across something that you want me to react to, please let me know. Like, send me links and stuff in the comment. I read all my comments, so I didn't see any link or anything, but just, oh, you put it in this chat? I didn't see it. Put it in a comment, like put it, like, add it to a comment on one of my videos. I check all my comments, so I'll see it. Just put it in any comment, and anybody, if you got something, you see something you want me to react to, please land it in there to give me some stuff to react to. Just, I'll already know what I'm doing when I get home. Just go ahead, play it, do straight up reaction, okay?
In the corner of the room. As it floats there, suddenly a white, unidentifiable object flies forward and another swings past. According to Jen the Heb, her father didn't see the wisp until he watched the video back. Redditor Mr. Blistered Lips writes, if not paranormal, I'd suggest a flash from reflected sunlight off of a car outside hitting the lens, but the Redditor counters that, according to her, the back deck looks over a conservation area where no cars pass. While some viewers still insist it's a reflection, others think something is definitely moving in front of the camera. But is it paranormal? What is your wild guess? Personally, I'm going with the first option. Number 7, Tea Time. This phantom is ready for high tea. Published in January of 2022, Sylvia C. writes that she was quietly watching TV when her resident ghost startled up the tea kettle. The security footage shows the electric tea kettle in the kitchen, apparently turned on by the spirit. It shuts off and Sylvia enters the kitchen and asks why it put the kettle on.
Spirit in the kitchen, what are you trying to tell me? Why did you do that?
The spirit answers rudely in response by throwing a pot lid across the kitchen. Some viewers suggest to Sylvia to keep a detailed log of each of the paranormal events she experiences, including the date and time and her response to them. Others suggest having the house blessed to remove the entity. If you were in Sylvia's shoes, what would you do? I'd be looking to move as soon as possible. Number 6, Bumps in the Night. Sometimes ghost hunters become the hunted. Published by Yoon Sai-won in April of 2021. That's what happened to this Korean ghost hunter on one of his most recent investigations. Upon entering the haunted locale, he hears a strange noise.
안녕하세요.
It could be a dog barking in the distance, but who knows? Whatever it is, he has a bad feeling. And that feeling grows when the EMF meter reacts strongly, despite there being no electricity in the place. Using facial recognition software, faces also start to appear around the abandoned place. And they're getting closer by the second. Later, as the ghost hunter is using a spirit box, he hears a loud bump in the night. And then again as he continues his search. Is Yoon Sai-won being stalked? It may be best to call off this ghost hunt. Number 5, letting.
I find it hilarious that he's snooping around this place talking about, I think I'm being stalked. No, you are the stalker. The ghost is there minding his business. And then here you come. Well, what's going on, sack pace? Oh, that's interesting to be looking at while smoking. No, that's right. Oh. Let's see.
Itself in. Most ghosts don't ask for permission, they just let themselves in. Published in January of 2022, Amitav Paranormal Tech YT writes that during her last live stream, her REM pod activated, so she decided to leave some equipment on during the night. She also left her security cameras on. Here's what they captured. The door of the room swings open, apparently letting no one in. A light to the side on a table then turns on and blinking can be seen throughout the room. What just let itself in? Is it something to be feared? Either way, it definitely wants itself to be known. Number 4, Old Railway Tunnel Cryptid. After a mission to an old haunted railway tunnel, Crypto Girl 13 spied something mysterious in her footage while editing. Published in August of 2013, the Crypto Girl and her friend are navigating through the forest and mud to the mouth of the tunnel. After wading through obstacles of sludge and climbing over large branches, they arrive at the entrance. Zooming into the deep darkness, the video starts glitching out as she talks about the story of a monster living in the tunnel.
Old story that some kind of creature, take the camera. There's some kind of creature.
Getting closer to the entrance, they hear some creepy noises inside.
What the is that?
But it was upon editing the footage that they spotted these 2 glowing red orbs, which they believe to be eyes of the legendary monster. Were they closer to the cryptid than they ever imagined? Or is there something else inhabiting this old railway tunnel? Since it's been almost 10 years, I don't know if this mystery will ever be solved. Number 3, Figure in the Glass. This haunted home has visible spirits stalking about. Published by A Sip of Fear in January of 2022, an unsettling figure was captured in the glass during this paranormal investigation. After setting up some cameras in this haunted home, activity begins pretty quickly. A wardrobe door is captured opening and closing, and later a bang causes the paranormal investigator to jump out of his skin. In another room, a stationary camera captures a figure's reflection in the glass door of a shelf. And again, the wardrobe door opens and closes repeatedly. Is this spirit trying to tell us something? Or does she just want to be left alone? Number 2, Welcome. When a Shadow Welcomes You, Run and Hide, published by Polish Paranormal TV in October of 2020. The spirit box as they head up the stairs. Right away, the spirits start speaking. According to a translation, the spirit says either I'm here or welcome here. But how welcome are they? Later, while walking down a hallway, a shadowy figure is spotted leaning against the door frame. You can see it more clearly in slow motion. Do you see it? If you do, this figure will haunt your eyes for eternity. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find. At a distance, a short figure in white appears to be standing in a dark doorway. Its features are indistinguishable. The two continue yelling at each other until the cameraman turns around and starts running away from the figure in the doorway. As he does, the friend who was yelling is captured on camera holding a flashlight, but suddenly he is thrown to the ground, and as if a mysterious invisible force is acting upon him, the man is dragged away. The cameraman runs toward him to help, and it appears as if he is thrown to the ground too. Mayhem ensues as they both try to fight it off. They finally manage to break away and they start hurrying off, but the cameraman doesn't get far. He is thrown to the ground and dragged again through the ice and snow. He struggles with the force before being pulled, this time into a room. Now, or it might just get him this time. Mystery, suspense, intrigue. Some online videos go viral for.
Nice. Nice. Very, very nice. Oh, I hope everyone enjoyed that. I sure did. And I'm so glad that it didn't kick me out permanently tonight like it did the other times. It did a little bit. It kicked me out a little bit. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. Like I said, anybody comes across anything they want me to react to of whatever, I will be like instantly on it. I think I need some people to tell me some things to react to because I get like it's just better that way. I like it. I like it like that. So, yeah. So just leave it in whatever comment on whatever video. Just put like a link to the video, and uh, that would be great. That would be great. Thank you, Tomar, for the super chat again, or for the super sticker, or yeah, super sticker. I think is what it's called. Appreciate you. And was it Sack Pace, Jenny, Norman, David, Ray, the whole crew. Thanks for hanging out with your girl. And I will. We got a new one in here with real black. Oh, the real Blackula. I dig it. 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 All right, y'all. I'm about to lay it down, pass it on out. I can't believe tomorrow's already Thursday. This was the quickest freaking week ever. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Love you. Virtual hugs. Oh, there you go. Have a sip. And And I will catch you next time. Yes, shoot me a few suggestions, please. Thank you. Later, Gators. Jenny Bates. All right, I'll look it up before I pass out. All right, love y'all.